Okay, where are we and what we're doing? Well, we're on a hardcore server. The patch dropped. God, the lighting looks different, doesn't it? The patch dropped yesterday. And we're going to see what we can find out. God, the lighting does look very different. Oh, hello. The lighting looks very different, doesn't it? I know the server said it's about 4 in the evening, afternoon. As you can see, all well kitted. Apparently zombies are really a lot nastier now. Did that zombie just spawn in over there? Let's put this on single shot. I know zombies are supposed to spawn in now. I hadn't anticipated them spawning in the countryside. Let's see how the behaviour's changed. But the lighting does look much nicer, doesn't it? Partly because the sun is probably only an hour or so from setting, so lighting has always been nice at this time. But it does look like this server's likely to be going into night time within the next hour or so. And I was sort of hoping to go north to see what's what, but damn, this is a pretty looking game sometimes. Okay, oddities. So we'll head generally north because apparently there are a lot more of the villages have been put in. If you remember some of my earlier videos from the north, there's the issue that we could see where villages were going to be, because there were like scorch marks in the ground, like an archaeologist in a helicopter looking north or looking down at the ground would see the remnants of old villages. It was a bit like that. There were scorch marks and things everywhere, so you could see where houses were going to be placed. I'm not sure how many of the new buildings are up there, but it's basically time to head north and time to have another look at the far north, the top 10, 15, maybe 20% of the map that is new. The map, of course, was always there. There always was a chunk of map up there, but because of course the map was originally designed for Arma 2. In Arma 2 it wasn't really used much, because there wasn't a great deal up there. It tended to be like this: trees, valleys and little glades and things. I think there was only one road up that far north that goes off the edge of the map. It was more of to be honest, it was more of a place to turn your aircraft around and head back down into the more interesting areas along the south coast and in the middle of the map. So we're heading generally north. Hang on. That's more north, isn't it? Okay. Obviously lost my bearings a bit. Mind you, I think my compass is in a poor state. Oh no, it's pristine, so I shall shut up about the state of my compass. It must have been my other character. I've got another character and my compass was badly damaged and I realised that the damn thing was taking me in funny directions. So we're heading roughly north. Yeah, this is roughly north, isn't it? And basically to work our way up to the north. Now this may take a while, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be playing for, but yeah, we'll see what happens and I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, we are approaching northern end of Bergino. I suppose we want to have a look at see how if these zombies really are a little more rock hard than they used to be. I know the melee system has changed. It's now the other side, and you can't swing unless you bring your fists up and then you swing. And that has changed. One of the things that's changed that... Oh, come on. Swap over to my... I'm hitting number 3 button to get... Maybe I've got to put it away. Now... When this does this, it often tells me that there's some kind of communication error. What's my... There's no desync, there's no ping issues. Come on, put the weapon away. I'm not going in if I can't. Now, what is this happening? Ah, finally. Maybe the server was having a funny 5 minutes. Hopefully my weapon's on a single shot. It is, good. So I won't burn my ammunition too quickly. And we're going to nip into Berezino. Notice a bump in performance. That might be down to the fact there aren't many people on the server. And let's see if the zombie behaviour has changed, because I understand from reading on Reddit that it has. And let's see what's appertaining. I also need to fill this water bottle because I had a drink. I like to keep all of these 3 in bright green if I can. Don't see any Zeds, do you? Do you see Zeds? Because I don't. I'm a little concerned. There's apparently now a mechanic in the game for a heart attack. And what I don't know yet is what causes it. And I would hate to think it was running long distances, because I do tend to spend quite a lot of time running very long distances. Well, I don't see a single Zed. They're supposed to respawn now. So let's see what happens. Doors appear to be closed. That one's open. I can't remember if that one's open all the time. Let's have a quick check in here. If the doors inside are open, then we know someone's been through. Yep, someone's been through. And the fact of the complete lack of zombies, but then zombies are supposed to respawn. This is a little odd. Something has changed here. Didn't there used to be something here? New compass. Ah, that's a new item, a sickle. Those little school bags. Oop. Rucksack. Those always used to be good places to find things, but not anymore. But complete lack of zombies, so, and, you know, signs of looting. So let's just go along to the water source. Of course, we're very close to one of the spawn points, and this is a prime location to go to. I wish I could just swap, but I can't. I've got to... Nah, well, yeah, he's going to put it down. Now we can put that back. Bring the weapon out again. Quick check about. And then drink. You've drunk some water from the pond. I thought that was being fixed, because that is quite clearly not a pond. So, head generally in our northerly direction, continuing. Little disappointed that there are apps... Ah, here we go. Here are some Zeds. Oh, bloody hell, that's 1, 2, 3... 3 Zeds. Are they tracking properly? Actually, this might be worth watching them track through these... Yeah, let's see what happens if I then... Wait, do this. Will he stop? Nah, will he buggery? They did seem to be navigating a little better. It was 3 zombies again, wasn't it? So the problem playing this game, your brain is desperately trying to grasp for patterns. Really would just get rid of that bloody dot on hardcore. You know, let the softcore boys have their dot in their reticule, but us? Because one of the things I really like about this is the complete lack of things. Although I have got the 200 in the top right hand corner telling me what my aim range is, and that should be down to 100. I like the fact that the bar at the bottom disappears. It would be nice... Oh! DC weapon, round box, D-mag... don't know what that is. But yes, I wish there was that dot wasn't there in the middle of the screen. Although it is useful, I do find it distracting, especially when I'm doing something like that and I think, ooh, what's that? Yeah. We could do with a little bit of military in this area. You know, bring back those tents or something similar to them. You know, if it's gameplay stuff. So, if, for instance, supermarkets were more important, it would also be a good place to hang around. You know, hanging around in there in an attempt to deal with people who turn up for the bandits. But as it stands at the moment, a supermarket will not net you any more than a house. So what's the point of going to a supermarket? They're no better than any one of these other houses. I'm not seeing much in the way of extra zombie behaviour unless these guys have just spawned in. I was bemoaning the dot in the middle of the screen, and then I just used it twice to be able to shoot at long range. Yeah. And the onward march north. As I said over there. I'm glad I'm not having to deal with these Zeds with a hatchet, because the new mechanic is going to take me a while to get my head around. But yes, the old tents used to be in that area there on the football pitch, and it was an extra reason to come here. So, catch up with you in a minute. I'm not sure if this is new. I just don't remember ever seeing a Stalin house up on this road. To be honest, I don't even remember the road. There's supposed to be all sorts of new bits and bobs dropped into the map all over the place, but I don't remember this. Don't remember this at all. Come on, bye. I might need that if it's going to be getting dark. Ooh, new item. What are you? Ah, rotten green bell pepper. I think I still prefer tins. Ooh, and a water source. That's cool. Never pass a water source without having a drink. I've noticed one of the things that changed a little while ago is that the the sort of like piles of straw, haystack you might call it, I don't know. I've worked in farming, I've never seen any, we've never clamped up straw like this, but yeah, it's now sort of, yeah. For the longest time it was just like an amorphous blob. So this little area I think is new-ish. I don't recognise this at all. You know, new bits and bobs being dropped in, which is good. Little farm. I may be wrong completely because this is not a part of the map I visit on a very regular basis, but there's always been a village up this way. I just don't remember it looking like this. Would be nice if there was a pond in there. Still not much in the way of Zeds though. Little disappointing. Keep on having to remind ourselves that this is supposed to be a zombie horror survival game, or a horror zombie survival game, or whatever. And they've got survival sorted out. Don't see much in the way. The only horror is other players. Now I've fought through this village a few times, so I don't remember the layout completely as well as I should. But yeah, I think there have been some substantial changes to this area. Except for I'd love to be able to remember how to get into one of these pubs with ease. I'm sort of hoping that, you know, at some point they will open up a lot more of these buildings. Because not all of the building is enterable. You can't go upstairs, where quite clearly I can hear a Z. Quite clearly there is rotten potato. Ooh, what's that? Oh no, it's a basement, it's a hat. Oh. So, yeah, there's a few more items in. And I think there has been some changes to this particular town. Ah, hello. What are you? Shotgun? Yeah, shotgun. Not my favourite weapon. You can tell what my favourite weapon is. Apparently now you can paint them all over. I think it's time to have... It's getting dark. Can you see the light levels just dropped dramatically? Sun is going down. I do not have long... Mind you, I do have a torch. I suppose it's now's the time to find out whether the torch on my... Yes, it does work. So I do have a torch. Is that sort of like medical? Looks like medical waste, doesn't it? Yeah, that's likely to get you sick if you hide in that. Well, I hope it does. That's definitely medical waste, isn't it? Some unusual things here. Check. Oh, it's a wool coat. But again, not enough pockets. I don't particularly... Mind you, it's no worse than the one I've... Oh, hang on, let's have a look at condition. Pristine. Pristine. Let's go over to the blue wool coat. I thought I was... It gets a little confusing because I've got more than one character, because obviously I've got hardcore character and a softcore character. I would like to see the best weapons and tools not to be... Oh, tactical bacon. Not to be military. I think far too many of us are running around in military-like garb, and we sort of need to be looking a little more civilian. Right, let's have a little munch, because it's always the best thing to do. Food is better in your stomach than it is in your backpack. Now, did that can opener open can of beans? Yes, it opened, and I should be able to eat all. Takes a bit longer. Takes a lot longer. Bang, eat all. Right. Can I eat all on that? Yes, I can. Now, this should take a very long time. Should probably drop my hydrated down as well. It's definitely getting darker, though, isn't it? No sound associated with me eating the cornflakes. But hey, didn't drop my hydrated down. And I'm basically going to eat everything I've got. Because it's better off in your tummy than it is in your backpack. And also it empties your backpack out. And tactical bacon. I was sort of hoping that tactical bacon was going to be like this really, really, really rare thing, but that had almost superpowers. Lasts over 10 years. Yeah, and to be honest, in real world, I'm not entirely sure I'd actually want to eat tactical bacon. On the grounds that tactical bacon, that if it's preserved to last 10 years, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to actually get anywhere near it. But it's tactical bacon. Yeah, I was sort of hoping tactical bacon would be. Oh, could you remember? What was it? The Mountain Dew cans in the mod were incredibly scarce. You would, I mean, I can remember almost getting killed just to pick up some Mountain Dew because I saw it in a doorway. There was nothing special about it in the game beyond the fact that it was as rare as hen's teeth. It really was a very unusual item. Well, I do like this eat all. You know, I'm in a safe location. I can quite happily munch my way through all of this. It's okay that I get locked in to the animation. It's not a bother. I understand now if I were to spray my M4, more of it would be green. That was it for the food I picked up. Got that. I'd like to find the lantern, the lantern portion to go with that. That would be good. Have a light on this as well. Oh, I've got the first stuffed mark up. Let's find out. Now, I have to do it this way to turn the light on, which I find somewhat annoying. No. How do I turn the light on? Ah. No. Okay. How do I turn my light on? Am I missing something? Is it L for light? No. No scroll wheel action on my torch. Oh, of course, this is assuming that it actually has. Ah, turn on. Oh, I don't think I have a battery for it. Don't think I have a battery for it. Okay. Do have a battery for my light on that one. So, yeah. Stars are coming out. Starting to get properly dark, which is a good thing. Should never be frightened of playing in the dark, assuming that you've got the various bits and bobs you need to get around, like a light source. Would be nice if I could find it's a bit steep, the lantern to go with my gas. If I'd put much thought into this, I would have already sorted that out. But I do have a light on my rifle, so... Right, oh, a quick reminder of where north is. That way. Okay. Not as many Zeds as I had hoped. You know, if there's a simple respawn mechanic set in for Zeds, maybe I misunderstood that from the changelog. I am concerned about this business of the heart attack because I don't understand the mechanic yet. Sounds like I've picked up a Zed. And we could continue on our little heading up north. It looks like by the time I get there, it's going to be dark, which is somewhat annoying. But we shall see. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, here we go. We managed to make our way up to the northeastern airfield. See what we can see. From this elevation, you know, because you're down looking up at it, you can't really see much in the way of activity there, even if there was activity. I swapped servers. I made the mistake of thinking, oh, the game's running really well, maybe I can turn some of my settings up on. Every time I do this, I should learn. It knocks my speed down, or the game runs at a lower frames per second, and then when I put it back to how it was, it never recovers. I think the game actually needs restarting at this point. So I'm actually running exactly the same settings as I was earlier, except for I lost 30 frames per second. It is a little confusing. This game, and all of Armour, ooh, the colours are changing. All of Armour has always been confusing when it comes to getting it to run smoothly and quickly and things like that. Yeah, it's... and it's not for lack of computer power, because my computer, although it is a couple of years old now, or a year and a half or so old now, it is actually quite a beastly machine. So, what have we got? What's the situation, eh? Tell you what, I think we're going to need a light. Nah, it's been done. Let's hope they didn't want what I've got. Oh, they got rid of their shears. This is when you wish you had a much wider light rather than this little narrow thing, but hey. It does seem to be handling this better than it used to. Nice big backpack. One day I'd love to have some of these computers work and we could have some rudimentary internet or something. That'd be cool. Have a sort of rudimentary telnet-like situation. Well, whoever's here knows I'm... Well, oh, you can lose your bearings so quickly when you're relying on the light. What have we got? What are you? Oh, you're a hoe. A hoe. Pair of boots. You know, got this thing about your boots being wet and... Oh, they're still dry. That's good. It was raining when I very first came onto this server. Another pair of boots. This has been well picked clean. Either that or I'm not looking very well. Yes, I think this has been picked clean. What are you up there? Matchbox. So far matchboxes aren't any use. God, it's restrictive when you've got night vision, because you're only seeing a little bit of the screen. This is even more restrictive. Where are you? I can hear you. Oh, there you are. I've got to turn this back onto single shot because I left the server and came back again. Don't hear any more zombies. Ooh. I suppose this is where the horror side of things come from, and this is a bit like a horror story. Oh, here we go, there's another one. It used to be they used to get the sort of the tension from the music. It used to be quite good in the single player. Sorry, not the single player. Sorry, in the mod. Don't know what you are, but you don't look very nice. You don't look very appetising. I know there's a potential for more stuff here, but I don't feel confident at night to be able to do this. I can hear rain. I have a zombie clipping the walls, which is never good. Yeah, same to you with brass knobs on. Looks like I'm going to be getting wet. You are no longer getting wet. You are getting wet. Oh, I can really do without this overcast weather. Does make playing at night trickier. Trickier? Is that more tricky? Maybe a soundtrack. Am I missing it because I've actually just turned it off? No, it doesn't look like there is. Can you remember that the mod had like a soundtrack, this eerie music used to play? You are no longer getting wet. That's because the rain has stopped. Now searching this in the dark is not going to be easy. To you, you are shotgun shells. No, this is something I don't like. The light doesn't bounce off. It bounces off that wall, but it doesn't. It should be illuminating this whole thing to a certain level, but it's not. If you shone a torch in a place like this, all of those walls would light up. Hang on, I'm losing my bearings. Ah, right, I'm right at getting close to the back. Right. So I need to go... Hang on. I'm trying to rely on the opening to maintain my bearings of where I am. Not the best effective way of searching because the light is not entirely modelled as well as it could be. Now the light in Armour 3 is modelled much better than this. So I'm desperately trying to find, not desperately, I would like to find some more ammunition. There's another rucksack. So boys and girls, you know where to go if you want rucksacks. It's military. It's over there. That's pistol ammunition. Yeah, I've got a load of that. Well, I hardly ever use my pistol, so... Not much sign of these respawning Zeds. Maybe I misunderstood that in the notes. That's odd. Oh, they probably closed the door. There might be door closers. I hate door closers. Yeah, there were door closers. Can of beans. Always need a can of beans. Another rucksack. That's a third or fourth one I've seen so far. Ooh, pissing down the rain now. See, the light in here works as one would expect. It just wasn't working terribly well in that hangar. Wait, let me get my fat butt through the door. So, some boots. Ah, some ammunition. Grab that. You've got to be real careful about how, you know, how you search. You've still got to search reasonably well. Plus the fact that, you know, that guy might have left, the person who was through here may have left that ammunition on the grounds that he's not carrying this weapon. That door's closed, that's unusual. What have we got? What have we got? What are you? Painkillers? I don't know if painkillers work yet, but I'll grab them anyway. Little unusual, this door has been closed. Always slightly suspicious when doors are closed and someone might have decided to be hiding in here. So what have we got? What are you? It's a pistol of some nature. Box of matches. You see, you can't get down there. That's annoying. Anything on the top? No. Rotten bit of fruit. What are you? You are in bad condition. Green cargo pants. Badly damaged. Don't need badly damaged green cargo pants, that's for certain. Nothing up top. It's that awkward time of night in the game where... Ooh, I love you. Where it isn't completely dark yet. So the sky still has some light. Some, not sun. And you haven't, therefore you don't have full and complete night vision. So that's that area done. Don't think I need my torch on anymore. Save my battery life. Can't see my my compass, so I'm going to have to go off relative bearings. Now, if I think I go that way, I will end up roughly where I want to be, because that's the big hill with the tower, and then there's a little village beyond, which is not so little anymore, and then you've got the new town beyond. The one with the port, which I can't remember the blooming name of. But yes, see the sky, what's happened is when I jumped server, I actually jumped back an hour. So there are no actual stars visible yet. So the sun is down, it's twilight, but look at how dark the ground is. The ground is incredibly dark, but there's still a bit of light over in the west. And I now have a fence and I haven't got a Scoobies if I'm going to be able to find a gap in it. There's a gap. Turn off. Fact. Drop. And run. So this is probably the worst time in the game to play. When it comes to visibility, because you can't see anything, you can't see shit. All you can do, because there's too much light in the sky, so it's not fully dark yet, the ground is just black, and it makes gameplay the worst. Now when it's full night, if you have a clear sky and a moon, then you can play quite happily. But the torches have limited use, because they narrow your field of view right down, so you can't see anything. Am I still moving? Because sometimes you get stuck behind things, you don't know if you're still moving. Yeah, you see? Hang on, step over that. Didn't even know I was trapped behind a fence. That's better. Moving forward now. This gameplay, this particular time period, for about half an hour to an hour, is the worst. Because, as I say, there are no stars, there's no moon, there's enough light in the sky that your eyes don't get proper night vision. So therefore you can't see anything on the ground. You can see no ground features at all. You can see trees when they're silhouetted against the sky, and that's about it. It's all pretty scary, and there's somewhere... I don't know if there's going to be zombies. Oh, so let's bring this down. Let's turn that on. You can't see far enough with the torch. The torch doesn't illuminate quite far enough away yet. You would expect the side of that building to be starting to light up by now, but no. See that? I'm shining a torch at a building, and that should there just starts to show. I personally believe that should happen a little sooner. Do you know what I'm going to do? Is I am going to log out. And save my battery life. Maybe have a little munch, little drink. Sort this ammo out that I've picked up. Sort out these magazines, because they strangely both show 30 odd rounds in them. And I will call it a day for that one. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it's a bit boring one, but there you go. You're going to get these ones from time to time. Me just heading north because I want to investigate those new areas, and obviously I've got to get there. So I will talk to you lovely ladies and gentlemen later. Talk to you later. Bye bye.